Hello everyone and welcome to this reading with Miss Whitney B. Today I'm going to be doing a reading on a breadcrumb I received from a dream last night. It was so vivid and strong. I actually had two of them, but this is the first one. And we're going to be talking about who's it, what's it, why is it, how's it. Don't forget if this is your jam to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, guys, I'm really a lot of people are awakening right now, and so if you're about that business and you want to help others, comment below about signs, symbols, and synchronicities. Yesterday, I had a whole vision about people learning how to communicate with the universe and their higher self. And so I got a really strong invitation to do a video about signs, symbols, and synchronicities, but also to really strongly encourage everyone to share and to communicate and to create a safe space of anchoring in for others by communicating their voice and sharing what they see as signs, symbols, and synchronicities. So please feel absolutely free to comment below about that. Also, if you guys have dreams or synchronicities or messages from your divine masculines or from the universe that you would like to share, please do share those as well. Also, I'm doing subscriber reading or subscriber giveaways, which is a free reading every 2 weeks, or and actually I think because I'm going to do 2 weeks, I'm going to pull 3 free winners. But if you comment and subscribe, then I'm going to enter you into a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to enter you into a drawing. And for the triple check, because not everybody's listed, if you go ahead and put in the comments below that you subscribed, and that I will notice that, and then I will put your name in the drawing. The next giveaway I think is going to be the 14th or the 15th. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that to triple check, but it'll be in my subscription box. Also, I have a couple of friends I want to shout out to real quick. My friend Laverne is Soul Deep Intuition. She has amazing readings. Amazing. Also, my good friend Mahogany Star Power. She is a charm reader and she has excellent readings. She's the one, she helped me make my own deck, and she helped me to start making my own charm collection, which I will be reading from at the end. And then I also have these little written notes and things that another friend of mine, I think it's Starseed Healing, she taught me about by doing readings like that for herself. And she was like, yeah, you just channel and put the message. And then I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. And then who else? Natalie Hughes. She's another one that I've been watching for a while. And she's given me a lot of great advice. And she just kind of did some upgrades to her content recently in the last few months as well. And she does like astrology and readings, and all of these people take personal readings. So I'm going to link some of their pages below, or their YouTube channels below, so you guys can check them out. But I just wanted to let you guys know about these wonderful people that I get a lot of intuitive hits from, breadcrumbs, and support, like outright support. And another really big one is Conscious Evolution Journey. I stumbled across her at the beginning of this year, 2020, and she has completely helped me change my life. The way that she works with frequency and vibration, and then just, oh my gosh, her expansive knowledge about not only tarot, but her ability to clearly channel. I never get a reading from her. I have never, literally never, ever gotten a reading from her that didn't resonate. That didn't like totally touch right into my heart. And so I invite you guys to go check them out because they are amazing. Now, this is another Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and Karmic read. So let's get to it. Now, I already started, and I was going to do it just for me, but Spirit was like, no, record and support everybody else too, and share the message. So that's what I'm doing. The only cards I've pulled are the signifiers. So I asked for the first signifier to be the person who's sending the message. Because I thought it was the universe who sent the message, honestly, because the dream was just so weird. But it happened to not be the universe, and it's the Divine Masculine. The signifier, or at least for me, so again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If perhaps this energy is opposite for you, that's totally cool. Just for me, this is what that looks like. And so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and take what suits you, like what fits your situation. If this does fit, great, awesome. And if it doesn't, just take it with a grain of salt and let it go. Because Spirit is saying, don't make the story fit if it doesn't fit. Like, don't do that to yourself. You don't need to do that. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's all good. And don't worry, there's millions of readings and there's millions of readers. And so if this doesn't resonate, I have lots of other videos that you can go to, or maybe the next stream will resonate. And so also, Spirit is saying, excuse me, Spirit is saying for you guys to, that a lot of you may be healers yourself or readers yourselves. And that sometimes this is just information to be given so that when somebody comes to you, you have some prior knowledge about it, or you can send them to somebody who does. And so here we go. The map maker of destiny and the lady of the mirror is the person who sent the dream. And this is about authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. So this person was coming in free will to share authentic purpose and to give inspiration, as well as the lady of the mirror, which is reflection and non-judgment. And so this dream felt fearful, but it felt like my divine masculine, some of his fears, but it also felt like a sharing of information. So in particular, in this dream, my divine masculine calls me. So guys, my dreams are always that my divine masculine comes and gets me or calls me, because about a year ago, he told me, or maybe a year and a half ago, he told me that he felt that I was psychically invading him. And so I kind of freaked out and was like, oh my God, that was never my intention. I would not do that on purpose. And I hadn't purposely been doing it. So I told Spirit and I told him, I was like, look, point blank, I will not psychically invade you. I make a promise that I will not do that. And so if you want to share information with me, you must come to me. In my dream, you must come to me and say, hey, I want to talk, or I want to share something with you, or I want to be with you, or whatever it is. Now, he comes to me every single night. But a year ago, we had only been, let's say we've known each other a couple of years now. So we had our Kundalini awakening December of 2018. Yeah, so this was about 6 to 9 months later. And since I hadn't done my research yet, and I had barely begun to learn about what twin flames were, I didn't know that complete psychic sharing had to do with the twin flame. And so I really thought, our union. So I really thought I was psychically invading him. I believed him because he was so wounded by it. I was like, oh my God, how could I do that? Like, universe, make sure I don't do that. I never want to do that. I never want to be that guy. I want these things to be authentic sharings. And so I made that. And I said to the universe, I said, okay, from here out, I will not go to him because I don't want to take up too much space. I don't want to invade him. And so I told him 5D, I said, look, if you want to tell me things, you got to come to me and you got to tell me and you got to be explicit about it, because otherwise I won't come, because I don't want to be doing power over. I want to be doing power with you. And so if you don't want to authentically share, then don't. And I'm not going to beg for it. So here we are now, a year and a half later, we're sitting here always talking about dreams that he brings to me because of that. And so if you guys have a similar situation, or it's another way to gauge interaction with divine masculine for me, like I like that he comes to me so that I know that that wasn't my own mind making that up. And this dream, I did have that moment of like, is this your own mind making that up? Because a lot of it was things that we've already said or talked about and experienced together, and things that he shared with me that he didn't like or that he didn't want me to do because it made him feel uncomfortable. And so his family members and friends have been coming to me for healing in my dreams. And when it first started happening, it kind of freaked me out. And I was like, whoa, Spirit, what's going on? And the first couple of times I didn't really question it. I was like, oh man, it's just been a dream. Maybe we talked about that person or whatever. But no, that wasn't the case. And this person, his brother, actually kept coming back to me. Sorry, guys. Like for months. And so I finally talked to Spirit, and Spirit was like, well, just ask what it's about, because it's about healing, and you're helping your divine masculine, your twin flame, align by doing this energetic healing work. And his family members need help and support from him, but because of where he's at in his journey, he's not capable of giving it in the ways that they need it. And so they're coming to you because you are in a place to give it to them. And I was just like, whoa, that's crazy, right? But so I finally asked the brother who'd been coming for like 3 months, and I was like, dude, what's up? Like, why are you coming to me? And he told me, he goes, I need healing and you can offer it to me. And he said also that he was looking forward, that he's known me, and that his brother and him had, when they were little or something, talked about me together, or that I would always visit the dreams, and that there's like this deep psychic connection. And he told me that we're all collective members together. And I was like, I know I'm a Starseed collective member. I know that my main Starseed origin is Pleiades. But I also know that I have many other Starseed DNAs as well. I work with the Arcturians. I work with the Sirians. I work with the Orions. I mean, I work with Lumerians, I work with a lot of different beings. And so I was like, oh, okay. Interesting. And so it like I said, it kind of spun me out for a minute, because I was just like, I didn't expect all these different souls that I'd met in dreams. And when I first met my Divine Masculine and we had our Kundalini awakening, he brought me to all of these people and introduced me to them and was like, guys, this is it. This is her. This is my partner for a lifetime. We're going to be having children. Like one of the first visions he gave me of meeting his family with him in a dream, I was so pregnant. Like, oh my God, I was so pregnant. I couldn't walk well, like 9 months pregnant type of stuff. And my belly was so huge that like I had this brace thingy on to like help me hold it up. And he would hold my belly for me. And he's introducing me to his mom and his dad and his sisters and his brother and like all of their family. And I'm just so fat and pregnant and like I can't hold myself up basically. And he's holding me up, and like they had such a warm, loving reception of me that it shocked me. They were just like, oh, here she is. We've been waiting for you. We know all about you. And I was just like, whoa, you do? Who are you? Like, and he introduced me to each one. And so I knew them. But his brother in particular was like, oh, and it's you. I know all about you. I've been hearing all about you. And so when his brother came to me over this last spring, and he was telling me how, like, all about how he needed healing and what the work was, and that he needed me to help him, and that he was going to be doing really big things. And I was just like, does your brother know about this? Like, is this okay? Are we going to get in trouble? Because my Divine Masculine is very possessive about his people, and he doesn't like to share them. And so the brother was like, well, he doesn't really have a choice. Like, we have free will, and I need this healing and I need this help, and you're the one giving it to me, and you're willing to give it to me, and you have the skill set I need. And I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, I've been working with his brother now for like 6 months on the astral plane. And then now I've had 2 karmics come in that needed healing, that he owed a karmic debt to. Actually 3. Spirit just showed me the 3rd one in this dream. And so they told me back in the spring, when I did a huge awakening process in the spring. Huge. Like, totally changed my world. I became a whole next upgrade of myself. And they brought me visions that before union could happen, these karmics had to be handled. And they told me that I needed to get good with the first one because the other 2 were going to be more painful. And so I'm like, okay, cool. So they showed me who this person was, who all these people were, and that they were going to be coming. And they even told me when they're coming. And I'm like, okay, cool. Didn't really buy in though. Didn't really fully believe it. I was like, okay, one of them's already here in the present. Got it. That one's the debt that has to be made, and she's awakening him, and she's paying back basically all the debt of what he did to me so that he could fully awaken and meet me in 5D union, or I mean in full 3D union, because we have a full 5D union. We've been in 5D union for over a year now. But actually getting that physical union by removing all the karmic cycles. So that's the other thing, guys, is that to remove, this is a whole long ass thing. I'm sorry, guys. But Spirit's like, you need to talk about all this stuff. So maybe I need to make a video just on union and the union process and all of that. But this karma has to be removed before union can be had. And we have to do it for ourselves. Our twin can energetically support us, but in 3D, and physical form. 3D is physical form, 5D is spirit form. We have to do it for ourselves. We have to take care of that work ourselves to actualize our full self. And so that's what my DM is working on right now, is fully actualizing himself and purging and releasing all of his karmic debt. And so I knew that one of the karmics, the one that's here, that was there at that time, she's basically, he owed her a debt from a past life, and she's they owe debts to each other basically, and they're paying it off through this experience. Well, then there was another one from younger years who came, and she told me in a dream that she was coming, and he also told me in a dream that he was coming, and he brought me to meet her. It's funny because that's what happened in physical form as well. And her and I hit it off right from the start. We had a really big connection. Like, it was amazing. We started sharing like all this information about starseeds and awakening and healing and just, oh my gosh, so much connection. And basically Spirit told me with that, and he told me in 5D that she needed healing that he couldn't offer, because he's not ready. He's going through his own healing. And so he offered what he could, and then she came to me in physical form to get the healing that she needed so that she could move on, because she had integrated some things into herself that were that she had made her fault, or made her thought that was about her when it wasn't about her. That was his 5D, that was his own karma and his own energetics that had played a part in what had happened between them. And so this full healing, she basically came back to him and I to get this full healing so she could now move on and embrace the next phase of her life and her awakening. And she's also going through an awakening. Well, this dream was about the third partner. And there's a debt owed to her as well, because it's the same thing that happened with the karmic partner, the one I just spoke about. She integrated some things into herself that were not hers. And so anytime we take on things that are not ours, energies that we take on that are not ours, and we make that about ourselves, there's a debt that gets owed by the person who gave it to us. And yes, we do have the power to actualize and to heal ourselves, but sometimes we do need that person or somebody to come and say, this was not your fault. You just didn't know. It was a beautiful lesson to teach you what you needed to learn, which may be discernment and discipline and self-care and self-love and making yourself a priority. But this stuff that was internalized, like this not good enough about yourself that was internalized, is not about you. That's what the other person is working on, and you internalized it. And so now this third person has healing that needs to be done, and that dream was this scenario. And Spirit came to me, and he came to me and said, hey, this is my person. And he brought me to this barbecue. And it's funny because all three of us were there. The karmic, the first karmic, then this karmic that just came back, and myself. We were all there. And the karmic that I was being introduced with, we'll call her Sally. Sally was coming back because she needed healing as well. But again, my twin is caught up with the first karmic, and we're going to call her Susie. Susie, he was caught up with Susie. And so her and I were sitting, talking, communicating, and sharing about what we had experienced, what we were feeling, where we were at, and how much love the journey is. Well, my twin became aware of that and got very upset and came over and interrupted and was just like, yo, I told you my friends aren't your friends. They're my friends. That my friends don't need to be your friends. Doing his whole, like, he gets real possessive about his friends kind of thing. And I'm like, dude, it's a free world. People can like each other if they want to. Like, it's not all about you. And so, being understanding and kind to him, I respect that he feels that way. And I love him and I care about him, and so I want to meet him there. But at the same time, Spirit is always telling me about him and about this type of scenario with him, because this happens semi-often, that he doesn't get to control people or own people. And people get to make free will choices about who they want to be friends with and who they want to get their healing from. And so these karmics are coming to me to get this healing because A, he's my twin, and so we are energetically aligned. Like, that's the thing with the twin, is that every chakra is aligned. You are literally two halves of one whole, two opposite sides of one whole. And when I say two opposite sides, I don't mean that we're halves, like we're literally halves. No, we're whole beings, whole physical own beings who come together as two halves of one greater whole. And so nobody's a half of anything. You're a whole soul. You have your own feelings, your own thoughts, your own everything, but we share one oversoul. which is how we then became two souls, because in physical form, when we came here, we separated because each side is so strong. There's a strong physical or dominant divine masculine, there's a strong dominant divine feminine, and that's why we become two whole beings, two separate souls, and we come into life. But when we go back and finish this ascension journey, which is like about 25,000 years, and really Spirit just said it's been 5 cycles of 25,000 years. So we've been at this game a long time. We don't come in all the time because we don't like to play in this realm. But the work has to be done, and we owe a debt to humanity and to each other and to all of it. And so here we are doing the work. But she's coming to me, and they may be coming to you guys because of the energetic work that needs to be done. And we can offer them the healing and support that the karmic, we can offer that karmic or that soulmate, because Spirit is saying soulmate, 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 soulmate. This person is a deep soulmate. And they all were. But we can offer them healing the same as the twin, but like energetic is the same, but it's just coming from, you know, this half of the soul. Also, the point is to come together and to create the healing and to say, it's okay, you are not alone, you're loved, you're honored, you're felt, you're known. Your experiences are shared, that we all share them together. And also, I want to say to each and every one of my karmics, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being present with not only myself, but my divine masculine, so that we could do this work to come back together. We have been training for this for lifetimes. We literally haven't been in physical form together in the same lifetime since the 13th century. And let me tell you, I've definitely had lifetimes since then. But this is the lifetime we're coming back to, quote unquote, redo, so that we can fully ascend and move on from the human plane. This lifetime is capable, we are capable of reaching full ascension. And so, now Spirit's saying if that doesn't happen, don't be concerned. Do not be concerned, because you can still ascend and go do other things and go do what you need to do, while your DM or DF, whoever your twin flame is, if they're not ready and they're not ready to ascend, that's okay. You can still go do what you need to do. You don't have to wait for them. There's no waiting. You should never be waiting. Don't wait. Fill your cup, grow yourself, have other relationships if you feel called to. Yes, have them be divine soulmates, have them be serious relationships, because it's hard to love people. It's hard to love outside of the twin flame connection, because as a twin, I know myself, I've known my entire life that this man was coming for me. And I have talked to him my entire life in 5D. And so it has been very difficult for me to have relationships with other men, because they're not him and I know him. And I've always known him, and I would always look into other masculines' eyes and see that it wasn't him. Where now that I've been in this relationship and know my counterpart, we met, like I said, a few years ago. As soon as I seen his eyes, I knew him. As soon as we touched hands, every hair on my entire body stood up, and I got chills and goosebumps running through my entire body. And I was like, oh, holy shit, this is serious. Like, this is a big deal. Spirit is talking to me right now. But that made it difficult. I'd only been in 2 relationships, only one long-term relationship. I was with someone for 5 years, and then the other one, him and I played kind of cat and mouse for, my gosh, on and off since high school, but never fully coming together, because I knew while I loved him and I cared about him and he was a soulmate, he wasn't the one. I knew that. And so this was a whole twin flame sidestep, but I guess the information needed to be shared. So we're going to go through this dream really quick, because I kind of wanted to know about it. Long story short, my twin got mad in the dream because her and I were talking and being buddies, and I offered her, she asked for healing, and I offered her healing, and he happened to come in at that point and was like, no, I told you my friends can't be your friends, type of thing. And I had to turn on him and tell him, look, I love you, it's forever, but this is free will, and I have the right to offer my healing services, and somebody has the right to receive them. And so what he needs to recognize, and what I try to tell him, is it's not about you. It may feel like it's about you because it's your person, and to an extent, it is about him, because this person's coming to me because of him. But it's not about him. It's okay that he's not where he's at. And Spirit just told me that that's about guilt, like that he isn't the one that's in the place to do the healing, and he wants to be able to do the healing, and he wants to give that to that person, but he's just not there yet. And so it's okay. Accept yourself where you're at. If you're him or you're me, it doesn't matter. Accept yourself wherever you're at and love your counterpart wherever they're at. It's okay that he's here. I love him. I support him. I care about him. This work is hard, you guys. Being a twin flame is not easy, because you literally have to be your very best self in the sense of self-actualization. You have to know yourself in and out. You have to be in alignment. You can't be lying. You can't be stealing. You can't be chilling back on your laurels doing nothing. You're doing something every day. You're doing something to be of service to yourself. And then as you're being service to yourself, you're giving right back out into the universe and being service to the whole planet. Our whole job, the whole reason we signed up for this earth life in the first place, was to come here and upgrade ourselves and humanity through our own actualization. Now, Spirit's saying that we've actualized many, many times. We're masters of actualization. But now we have to do it with the twin into full integration. Full integrations of both halves into the solid whole. And so for some, that's not going to look like a love union. For my twin and I, that's typically what we do. Most of our lives, we've come in and done love unions. I had a reading about it from Conscious Evolution Journey, and she told me that I was a rare sect of twin flames, that when we come into life, we do love. That's what we do. And that the last 3 lifetimes have been that. Yes, they're at very different ages. One is in Egypt, like I said, one is in like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, what is now that. And back in the time when we lived there in the 13th century, it was the land between Russia and Persia. And then we have lifetimes in Atlantis. I was a scientist and helped blow the mountain, which is what, the volcano, which is what sunk Atlantis one of the times. Like, I was that guy. Whoops. Learned some good lessons though. And then we have Lumeria. And then also, like, there's just all these different spirits showing me other lifetimes as well. And so we have lived many lifetimes, many ways. And you guys have too. So you're being invited to really look into your paths and what's really going on with who you are and why you're here. So this kind of got a little sidetracked, but the Spirit's telling me to still keep going, because the perfectionist in me, I like things to be real ordered, structured, and disciplined, and like step by step. And so I want to, delete this video and change it and then do this again. But Spirit's saying, don't do that. And so I'm going to listen. I'm a Virgo rising, you guys. I'm a Cancer, Leo, cusp sun. I'm a Virgo rising and an Aquarius moon. And so I like things to be real cut and dry. And I like things to be real organized and like structured. And this video does not feel that for me. It's kind of upsetting me. Or it's not upsetting me. It's actually making me like, I just want to organize it. I want to put it into order. And so, but I'm not going to do that, because I'm being authentic and this is real. And that these are all real things that are a part of me and a part of my experience and the knowledge that I have to share. And so we're going to talk about, let's go into this dream. And this deck is really calling to me. And so this is going to be the first deck. And I wanted to know, we're going to go over really quick again before I move on. This is the person giving the dream, the map maker of destiny and the lady of the mirror. And together, this is the energies of this person. They're coming with authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will, with reflection and non-judgment. So basically, guys, while maybe the 3D self is rejecting or is judging or is, being controlling or possessive, 5D, none of that is real. Those are human emotions. Those are things we've come to work on. That's not real. It's all just forms of separation we use to teach ourselves about how to not be separate from all that we are. That separation is just illusions. And then also how to have knowledge to then be able to help others work through their illusions. And so this person, he always comes to me with nothing but love, 5D. And even in my dreams, like, honestly, the reason he responded that way in his dream in my dream could very likely be because that's my fear. My fear is that he doesn't accept me as all that I am, because I'm very different than him. He comes from like kind of like an elitist background, like, and then spirit and all of that. Like, yeah, it's cool, but it's woo woo. And he's like really logical. He has 11 air signs in his chart. And so he's an air dominant energy. And I am actually I have the least amount of air, but I'm pretty balanced. I have 8, 8, and 8 in water, fire, and earth. And then I only have 3 air signs. And so, my mind is silent a lot through my channeling, because the silent mind is where we channel. And so I just turn off Whitney in my mind, and I step outside of not step outside of myself, but I like step back, and then spirit comes in and shares all this information. So like right now I'm channeling, and I oftentimes don't remember what I channel. It's why I really love recording, because then I get to hear my own message, and I get to hear what's being shared through me as the vessel. And remember, if you guys are channels as well, any channel, if you're channeling it, it's for you too. So listen to the advice you give, because it's also for you. So know that your 5D, your counterpart, in truth, in full divine truth, loves everything about you. You are the most good enough, the most worthy, the most deserving. Literally, the spirit just said the best of the best, the best of the best. And then I have Drake playing as well in the back of my mind of, you the best, you the best, you the best I ever had. And basically ain't no mountain high enough, because I heard, as soon as I heard you the best I ever had, I just then heard, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. And so Spirit's reminding me again, guys, we've been doing, like, build into this for lifetimes. For lifetimes we have been earning ourselves and each other. And so don't doubt, don't worry, don't have fear. Just trust yourself, trust your divine counterpart, and trust the universe. And when I say trust, I don't mean if they're lying, don't trust their lying, but trust their higher self. Call to that higher self. Have 5D communication with them. I mean, I've been working on that for over 1.5 years with my partner. We have an extremely psychic bond. And so we talk all day long, all day long. I get intense feelings, I get visions, I get knowings. Sometimes I'll see through his eyes, or I'll feel through his body. It'll trip me out, like if he's using substances, or if he's eating something, or if he's feeling like extremely joyous, or if he's really scared. I get all these different feelings, and I imagine he gets the same, because he tells me all the time, I know you like the back of my own hand. I know you like I know me. And I'm just like, whoa, but agreed. I know you like I know me. And the stronger I trust myself and the more I anchor in, the easier and easier it is for me to see that and to know that and to live there. And so the person receiving the message is the Metal King and the Cosmos. Discipline, armor, boundaries, creativity, and vastness. And so this person is having a lot of discipline, is practicing boundaries, and is calling the universe to protect them and keep them safe, because that armor feels like protection. Okay, universe, tell us what's the message with this dream? What is the map maker and the Lady of the Mirror trying to tell or share with the Metal King and the Cosmos? Tell me, universe. Light it up like the 4th of July. Okay, and I'm going to change this. For some reason, I just seen it changed in my own mind, and so I'm going to change it. Maybe that way you guys can see it better. As Pear said, get the stand-uppers. All right, here we go. All right, guys, this might be a long one. That's what I'm thinking, because of how this is going. But that's okay. Spirits tell me not to worry about time. I can be like that. My Virgo is a perfectionist, and that's something I work on often, is not being a perfectionist, because perfectionism really stifles the creativity and the flow, and it also interrupts channel. And then you got your ego all involved, and it becomes a whole thing. And so really letting go of that and just listening to my intuition and following my own self and my own gut so that I am in alignment. And really working on that, because it's not always the easiest thing. At least for me. Okay, so this person is working on birthing a new age. So he's letting me know that this is about birthing the new. That he's looking to purge and get rid of, that he's getting rid of everything so that he can come in authentic. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Oh, I don't think I've ever gotten this card. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine planning. So he's letting me know, basically, this person in this dream is letting us know that, hey, yo, this is coming up, and this is going to happen. I need you to be okay with it, and I need you to be ready for it. So get solid, stable, and grounded so you can move forward. And then Mintalkin. And Mintalkin is longing for home, belonging in the original light workers. And so, wow, I just heard I'm coming home. I'm birthing a new age so that I can come home as a new me with healing as the light worker that I am, and in divine order and divine plan, divine timing. And don't dim to fit in, bottom of the deck. So basically, he's working on lighting up so that he's not hiding himself anymore, because he's been hiding. There's been a lot of lying, and I just heard I lie a lot. I've been telling a lot of lies to people so that people don't see me, so that they don't know what I'm really doing, because he's been trying to keep this all protected and safe. And he doesn't want others to know about it. So this is mine. This is sacred, and it's just mine. I don't want to share with anybody. And so, feeling a little possessive. I love you too. But what the divine counterpart needs to know is that there is no one else. There never will be anyone else. Like, yes, we may go on to love others. If my divine counterpart doesn't come into alignment and chooses not to show up and play the pony and do the rodeo and do ascension this lifetime, that he's not capable, then he's not capable, and that's good enough. That doesn't mean I won't love him. That doesn't mean that he won't always be my divine counterpart. Of course it does. He will always be that for me. That will never go away. We will always be bonded. We will always have a connection. But that doesn't mean that I won't go on and live my life in actualization, living my best life. Because I'm going to have my dreams, because I won't stand for anything less. And the universe will always meet me there. And there are beautiful counterparts all over this world that we can line up with and have everything we dream about with. And so Spirit is saying, like, if you're worried that your partner's not coming, or that this lifetime is not going to get done, then it's not going to get done, and that's okay. Like, it's not because you're worrying that, but they're saying either way, you're going to get your dream come true. You're going to get your happiness. And so whether it comes in the form of this divine counterpart, or a soulmate, or another connection, then don't worry, because you're going to get what you want. You're going to get what you need. Don't worry. And also, this person's aware of that. The person given the dream is aware of that. That's why they're feeling so possessive. Spirit's like, Exhibit A. Why do you think this person is letting you know? Because they want you to know that they know. And that they're coming for you. And that it's a process of becoming. But he's basically saying, like, yo, hey, this is what's coming. This is what's going on. We're in union, we're in alignment. I want you to know. And while I may not behave exactly how I would like to in 3D, I want you to know that I love you, and I'm still coming for you, and that this is the work, and this is the next step in the journey. Okay, what does the Metal King wish to convey to the Mapmaker of Destiny? I am a priestess. Yes, I am. We have Rama, where are you being called to journey? And Keepers of the Earth, ancient ancestors stand beside you. So basically what this one's telling this one, that what the Metal King is saying is, hey, look, I'm in on my power. I'm going where I'm called. And I'm guiding and taking care of the earth. I'm making the videos. I'm standing up in protection. I'm calling in that protection energy. I'm banding together with more collective members to really help anchor in the ascension of this earth. I'm doing the dance. I'm dancing with life. I'm being all of me, and I'm showing up in this beautiful, authentic place. Now, bottom of the deck for the both of them, for this overall read with these cards, is the Pillar of Light. And so both of these people are coming forward in their own way to be pillars of light. This one is working on their karmic debt, cleaning out so that they can create the new. And this one's over here living the new, celebrating with the new, and giving to others so that they can anchor into that. So both of them are being these beautiful pillars of light and these anchors for others. Just looks from their own version, their own, it looks different, quote unquote, but it doesn't. But it does, if we're looking at just surface, it looks different, but it's not. They're both doing the same thing. This one's anchoring in the new age by doing the ascension work and being ascended. And this one is doing the work by clearing out the karma so they can ascend to join that person to do the work. Both of them are in alignment. Perfect timing. Okay. Universe, I would like to pull a few cards as to what is this dream about working on? What is this person like working on that they brought this dream to this person to tell them about real quick? This, yes, just to match up with these cards. What is that? Wisdom after the storm. So they've been going through a lot of, I just heard a lot of tower moments. They've been going through a shitstorm. A lot of them to awaken them and to really show them who they are and what they have to offer. And so they're getting a lot of wisdom after the storm. That's what they're working on, wisdom. They're working on realizing that the whole universe is a gift and that they're the conscious creator and all of the energy lines up to them through them. Trusting oneself. So this person is also working on intuition, trusting themselves, following their own inner light, and listening to Gaia and the universe to communicate with them. Because all of these different beings are support. Birthing out, new birth guarded vigilantly. And so really standing their ground about this new birth, about this union and what they're bringing into this new world, about this new world being created. Really standing their ground and staying there. And not only staying there, but protecting it. We have faith in the process. So this person may be very confused, may not be sure about what they're doing. Or how it's all going to turn out. But they're being asked to have faith here and to listen. Birds are the ancestors talking to us and the angels. And so they're being guided by the angels and the ancestors. And they're being taught and told to listen. Listen. Also, you're being guided to become free from judgment and free to love. And so this counterpart really differs from who this person thought they would be with, the kind of life that they thought they would live. This person, this map maker of, this map maker of destiny looks over at the Metal King and goes, oh my God, you're everything I ever dreamed about. You're fantastic. You're amazing. But I'm not that guy. I never thought I would be that guy. I don't consider myself that person. Maybe this person has like a bachelorhood. They've always been the bachelor. They're always going to be the bachelor. They don't get tied down. They don't make commitments. They're not that person, right? And so this person is showing up as, oh, this person makes commitments. That person lives a life that's committed. That person is a boss. And they show up and they do what they do to be light for the whole world. And they don't sit around waiting for people who don't make commitments. They ain't got time for that. And so this person is really having to go against the grain of what they've always thought about so that they can actually line up and be in alignment with this one. Because this one's disciplined. This one has boundaries. This one's about it. And so in order to line up there, this one has to really work through that judgment because they have double judgment cards. And so when you have so much judgment, you have to really work on releasing that. The only reason you're judging others is because you're judging yourself. So when you stop judging yourself, you'll see that reflection like a mirror back out in your universe. Okay. Yeah, power of attraction. This person is reaping what they sow. They're learning that their spirals of manifestation, that they have created what they live. That all of this karmic debt that they're going through, they made it for themselves. And they're having to live there and sit there and think about that, feel that, and be in oneness with it. And create healing through it. Which is a part of the ascension process. We all have to do this. This map maker of destiny, if you're resonating with that person, no, you are not alone. Know that there are millions of people going through this with you. Also know that all of us who've awakened and ascended, we had to do that work too. So we have compassion, we have understanding, we have empathy. We know how fucking challenging Dark Night of the Soul is. I went through mine last spring. Not this spring, but spring of 2019. And I had to finish that cycle out, and it was so painful. My twin with that Kundalini awakening brought so much stuff that I needed to deal with to the forefront. I had family issues that need to be healed. I had issues with divine masculine. I had issues with divine feminine. I had jealousy problems where people were jealous of me because I didn't live in my own power, and I made myself small, which made people think I was stupid. And so they would be mean. And then I would victimize myself through that energy. And so all of this stuff. And I was a way over giver. Way over giver. I've always come here to serve. I've always known that I'm here to serve. But learning how to do that with discipline, with boundaries, with protection to the self, by taking self-care, self-love, by taking the time to really grow oneself, to know oneself, and then to meet the self there and tell the self how absolutely good enough you are, self, how much I love you, how worthy and deserving you are. We all have to go through that process, whatever it is, before we can come to actualization. For me, that's what it was. Now, maybe for others that looks different. That's okay. Maybe it's addiction. Maybe it's a fear. Maybe it's a lack of love. Maybe it's a lack of abundance. Maybe it's a lack of confidence. It could be any of those things, guys, and so many more things. But whatever it is, it has to be healed before you can go on. And so, no, Mapmaker of Destiny, you're not alone. Your divine counterpart already just did this. If you need help, if you need support, reach out. Ask for help. Ask for compassion. Ask for empathy. Ask for them to listen to you. Speak your truth. Be authentic. If you've been lying so much, it's time to make a change. It's time to say, hey, person who I know unconditionally loves and accepts me when I get out of my own way and see the truth. I'm going through a lot, and I just need you to listen. Also, say, I'm not ready to heal everything that we have broken yet, but I'm ready to take the first step and say, yeah, I did some things and I need to make some changes. This person is going to love and accept you. And come in saying, hey, I need you to love and accept me. I need compassion right now. Be honest. That person will meet you there. They're your divine counterpart. They love you. They love you more than they love life. You're the other half of their soul. You are magnetic to them. No matter how many other relationships they have, no matter how many other people they go through, no matter where they're at, what they're doing, you're there. They feel you, they see you, they know you, and they love you. So, Mapmaker of Destiny, don't be afraid. It's okay. You're loved. You're not separate. That's an illusion. All right, Metal King, what do you want to say to Mapmaker of Destiny real quick? Shock of the new. Yeah, so it's real shocking, but it's also really freaking amazing. Let me tell you, when I started seeing everybody's past lives, even though I could see it as a child, as an adult, I hadn't awakened to that aspect of myself yet. Again, because I had gone to sleep, because I needed to go to sleep so I could learn. Well, when I started seeing everybody's past lives and started coming into this whole awakening, yeah, it's really shocking. And sometimes it really trips me out. Seeing through somebody else's eyes, sometimes it really trips me out. But it's also magnificent. It is one of the most beautiful and amazing experiences I have experienced in my life. Being able to channel people, being able to be help and love and support and care. When I first awakened as a channel, I started working with people who were terribly devastated by loved ones who'd passed on. And I was bringing messages of love and support and care and kindness and joy. And that you're safe, you're loved, you're protected, and that just because you're not here does not mean. Just because somebody is not here does not mean they're not connected. If anything, let me tell you, as a psychic medium, sometimes they're way more chatty in afterlife than they ever were in life. I have a great-grandmother who I was not very close to. She was kind of mean. But when she died, she literally came right to me and said, okay, I died. And I said, oh, you died? And then she showed me how she died. She choked on her own blood and died and had a whole experience. And I had tasted that. And she was like, oh, well, I never knew you were this powerful. And now that I know, I'm going to tell you everything. And she literally did. Could have written a whole biography on her, because she told me her whole life story and all the different things that needed to be told so that I could share her gifts and messages to others. So I got to offer love and healing to my mom and my Nana and my Aunt Lisa. Because I was a channel. And because then and after death, my grandma didn't feel scared at all. And when I mean after death, I just mean not in physical body. They're not dead. That's not real. She's a spirit. And she's doing a whole other 100 missions up there. But, or on the other dimension. It's like 2 feet off the ground kind of thing. But anyways, I got to share all that healing. And so while, yes, it's very shocking, it's also really fucking beautiful. The opportunity to be love and healing for others is unlike anything else in this world. For me, it's a dream come true. Like, literally, it's a dream come true, you guys. I've been dreaming about being this person since I was a tiny child. And now I'm a full-grown woman, and I look at myself, and I'm like, yep, who I always dreamed of being. And there's so much more. Law of attraction, what you want wants you. Rumi, what you are seeking is seeking you. And so, no, map maker of destiny, you're not alone in your wanting and your longing and your needing and your caring and your feeling. This person is right there with you. Right there with you. Feeling all of those things. But you've got to do your work, and they're not going to come in and rescue you because Spirit told them that you need to do it by yourself. You've got to actualize just like they did. And so you want to reach out and you want to get help. Well, they're right there. But they will not come for you. You have to go to them. Seeing the true you. I just heard the real you is so beautiful. If you will love and accept yourself, you will understand all the amazing things I see in you. Because that's the thing with our divine counterparts, when we met them, at least I know for myself, I saw him. I saw who he really was. I seen past lives with us. I seen so many things, but I see the true beauty of his soul. He's an amazing leader. He is excellent at doing power with, not power over. He has deep, beautiful emotions. He has so much creativity. His art, his ability to share art and to bring healing and joy and laughter. I mean, guys, he's so playful. It's so fun to be around him. He brings me so much joy. And I get to experience that just by being in his presence. And so while he hides those things from himself and may not fully embrace them, I see that he's a leader. I see that he has communication that can change the world. I see that he can guide people and that he's an epic mentor and that how much he loves children and brings change to people's lives. I see that in him. I see his ability to heal. I see his visions. He used to tell me when we first met that I was so arrogant to think that he wasn't the same as me. But he didn't show up the same as me. So of course I didn't think he was the same as me. But now, let me tell you, 2 years later, I sit back and I look and I'm like, oh, I see how you're my divine counterpart. I see how you're the perfect other half of me. I see it. I get it. You're powerful. He gets visions. He's empathic. He can channel spirit. I don't know how much he invests in that at this time, but very capable. He can read tarot cards without even trying. He can do all kinds of things. He has a lot of amazing wisdom within him. And once he walks into that for himself and accepts himself, he can share it with the whole world, and he can share and shed the light on others who are the very same as him, who just needed to remember how amazing they were and how much they had to offer. Not to say we're not human and don't have to make mistakes, but we do. But when you fall off a bike, you don't never get back on a bike. You get back on and you keep going, and you say it's okay. Now I just learned another way not to fall. In the world, not of the world. Okay, so y'all, we're souls having a human experience. We're not humans. This is not the end all, the begin all. And so the Metal King is inviting the map maker of destiny to recognize that. Bro, you're not human. This is just an experience. Remember, first Hermetic principle, everything in the universe is mental. So this is all just a projection of your mind. Hence the Matrix, and stepping outside of it and not playing the game, the rigmarole of everybody else. Do you, be authentic, live there. Collaborative dreaming. And so I feel I just heard I'm dreaming the big dreams, and I'm collaborating with the whole universe to create that into being. Guys, as we internalize and live our best life, as we become all of ourselves, as we dream our beautiful dream, we create a new world, because we're holding anchor for ourselves to step into it, and then anybody else who wants to join us. And that's how new worlds get built. They get built through authenticity. They get built through transparency. They get built through communication. They get built through faith, through inner knowing, through following intuitions and breadcrumbs and signs and symbols and synchronicities. It gets built through love. This couple overall is restoring and replenishing right now. We're in a stillness. And that's going to move forward after a time. But right now it's about healing. If you can see, this is the center of what looks to me as to be a sunflower. And then all coming out of that is that healing. And so we're in the stillness, rebirthing basically, or rejuvenating for the success. Sun is about success. Sunflowers are about success. And so we're in the stillness. And these dreams and these messages are just to share, to give you confirmation as to what you already know. Spirit is asking me to share the love, and so I'm going to do so. We're going to pull some of these heart-to-heart conversation cards. Which just triggered something in my dream. So I had tarot cards at that dream. Because I just seen a brand new love deck, and it's not this one. It was like playing cards. And it was like women from like the 40s. I've never seen this deck before. Okay, that was a breadcrumb. Anyways, I'll follow it up later. They want me to share love messages back and forth just so we have confirmation, signs, symbols, and synchronicities. Because Spirit is saying a lot of you already know this, but it's like trusting yourself. You're doubting. And Spirit is saying, stop doubting. Trust yourself. Okay, Map Maker of Destiny, what would you like to tell the Metal King? I'm going to be a brand new love. Our love is going to be a brand new love. Because he's purging, releasing the exes. Yeah, purging. Getting rid of everything. And that's what he's focused on. Letting go of control issues. Letting the universe take the lead. Focusing on how that person, how they deserve love. How he or she deserves love. And trust. That's what they're focused on. At the bottom of the deck, they're healing family issues. And so these are basically issues within their line that has to be healed so they can move on. And so, yeah, I just heard as within, so without, as above, so below. 14th chakra, or 14th, I don't know if that's the 14th chakra, but that's what I just heard. And it's the pink chakra, and it's in between the solar plexus and the heart. So I'm not sure if it's the 14th chakra or not. If any of you know, go ahead and put that below, because I would love to hear about that one. But I know it's pink. Spirit showing me it's pink, and it's sitting between the solar plexus and the heart. Okay, universe, what does the Metal King wish to tell the Map Maker? Taking a step back. Safe to love. Give your relationship. So basically, they're taking their break, but they know it's safe to love. They're finding the safeness, and they're being that love out into the universe. With give yourself a chance, or give your relationship a chance. They still got a candle lit for you. Don't worry. Just do your work and hurry up. Guys, don't be impatient. I just heard hurry up. Don't be impatient. Everything has to happen in divine order, divine timing, and you don't want to rush it because you don't want it to be imperfect. Remember, if it doesn't line up, then what? You come back together and you go back into separation. So allow it to do divine, allow the universe to guide you and support you, and allow for divine timing. So basically, the Metal King's impatient map maker of destiny, they're ready. They're doing the work, and they're like, could you please join me? I would really love to spend the rest of my life with you now. And so an invitation to both of you to be patient, to be compassionate, to be understanding. Fill your cups, have fun. Oh, wow. Engagement. This person is committed to this past life relationship. They're committed that they're worth waiting for, and that it's going to happen very soon. The bottom of the deck, both of these guys are committed with this wedding card. They're coming for each other. You guys are going to be married in this lifetime, whether that's on physical physical paper or not. Your two souls are in union already, and you're working on anchoring this into a whole nother level. Spirit is saying this is done. It's done. That they're saying, look at how the physical presence is past tense already, because each now moment is the present moment. And so, guys, union's already done. Stop freaking out. Union's done. It's done. It's already here. It's coming. It's right now. So just relax and let go. Spirit's like, could you let go? Because the faster both of you let go, the easier the alignment happens. And so surrender, allow, trust, have faith, and be love. Okay. I'm going to pull some of these, and then we're going to end this video. Spirit, light it up like the 4th of July. sign symbols, synchronicities, and then I'm going to do these little papers as, I'm not going to do one for the other. I'm going to do just overall messages. So universe, light it up. Tell us true. What's going on here? Divine Feminine is praying. This is a praying Divine Feminine. She's praying. She's calling on the universe. We have S, H. Oh, we have the yin and yang button. Oh, these are divine counterparts. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. You guys are divine counterparts. Definitely a twin flame union, guys. Use sound healing. Use sound. This is a wind chime for me. And it's like a tassel. Use sound healing and frequency to help you upgrade and vibrate. I'm hearing listen to the radio. I'm hearing sound bowls, vibrations, frequencies, meditations, hypnosises, things like this. We have the number 9. Yeah, guys, this is really coming in fast. You need to chill out and not be upset because it is coming. This is the yin and yang. Focus on love. 7. These could be life path numbers. These could be lucky numbers. We have N, F. Could be some initials in here. If you guys find any good ones or find any synchronicities, definitely leave comments below about it. I love to see it and hear about it. I love the way Spirit brings us all together with these beautiful synchronicities. We have B and we have V. A lot of letters this time. That doesn't always happen. We have 2, balance. 3, we have 2, 3. So there's an upgrade here, guys. Manifesting and seeking. So reaping what you sow. Manifesting with that 7, the seeker. 3, with co-creation with Spirit, high quality work, being a team player, and 2, that balance, harmony, duality. So this is being balanced out, guys. That's what I'm seeing. And then I see the upgrade with the 2, 3. Then we have the pink heart. That's funny because I just talked about the chakra, the pink chakra, the 14th chakra. Spirit's saying it's 14, but I could be totally wrong. I invite you to share with me if you know about it. Practicing love, practicing as above, so below. Practicing that full integration of your higher self into your physical self here. Okay. Then we have gift giving to others. Okay, guys, so we want to focus on giving gifts. Express your love with gifts of time, money, effort, care, appreciation to your people. Share from your heart with love, peace, ease, and contentment. So give gifts. And then we have, on the right path. So trusting that you're on the path, going the right ways. So guys, let go of the doubt. And there's some great meditations you can do to really focus on helping you to upgrade. One of my favorites is an Abraham Hicks, and it's everything's always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. And she just goes on a whole beautiful rampage about how everything's working out and how everything's in alignment and it's just working out and that you're tuning and focusing on that. What you've been doing is working. Keep going. Have faith, trust, and devotion to your path, your goals, your dreams, and your personal growth. What you're doing is working. Keep going. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me for this breadcrumb reading. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. And again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share any synchronicities that you have, because I just, oh my gosh, it brings my heart. Also, for whatever reason, when I look down right here with this Divine Feminine, a red bow is standing out. And so maybe you got a red bow, or a red bow means something to you, for you. But yeah. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon.